Luis Diaz is subject to a transfer bid of over £37 million from Liverpool. The release clause in his Porto contract stood at £67 million. It is difficult to overstate just how mind-boggling these sums of money would have been to the stick-thin boy who grew up dirt poor in one of Colombia's most deprived regions, as a youngster. Diaz would sit and watch the enormous trains loaded with coal thunder past his home village of Barrancas, carrying their cargo from the pits of Cerrejón bound for the coast and then to Europe. This football-mad kid was no doubt vaguely aware of clubs with exotic names such as Tottenham, Liverpool, Manchester United, Everton and Newcastle. Actually playing for one of them, of going over to Europe and the English Premier League, must have seemed like some outlandish dream. But it is a dream poised to become a reality soon enough with Diaz, currently at Porto, suddenly one of the most in-demand footballers in Europe and linked at various times with all those English clubs. Tottenham thought they had their man, but Liverpool have now hijacked that bid and are closing in on the signing. His story is quite remarkable. Kids from the La Guajira region, not far from Colombia's border with Venezuela, where he grew up, simply don't have the opportunity to see the world. Many children from the indigenous Wayuu people of which Diaz is a member don't grow up at all. Figures show that between 2008 and 2016, some 4,770 Wayuu children died from malnutrition, left neglected by the Colombian government. So little wonder when Diaz, then aged 17, was discovered by Colombian legend Carlos Valderrama during trials for the Copa America of Indigenous People in 2015. The main concern was how dangerously underweight he looked. John Pacillo Diaz, who also coached the Colombia team for this tournament, told the BBC, "For a moment, we thought it would be very difficult for him to perform because Lucho seemed to have malnutrition problems. He was very skinny and lost the duels with other players. But despite that, he managed to stand out among 400 candidates and make the 26-man squad." The Copa was held in Chile and the 5-hour flight to another country was certainly an eye-opening experience for the teenager, who'd never been abroad. You could see his eyes light up with that experience. Lucho would ask us if he could have the same meal more than once. He was this humble. Colombia were beaten 1-0 by Paraguay in the final, but Diaz had scored twice during the tournament and there was no heading back to Barrancas forever.